Yeah, thank you so much. Bid is a long, old time friend. I mean, I've had most of these things. I mean, on a private level, we've shared it. It can look a little bit frustrating, but for me, the key, what Dr. Fazim said, Africa is, and you cannot really fight that. It's a movement. It's a movement. Right now, it's clear that India is taking the limelight. So India and Africa will be the platform for the next generation of global, frontier development. There is China is already, struggling. But for me is the challenge that I see in Nigeria is that we have too many internal fractures that we do not have the time to look at the competitive, this idea of giant of Africa mentality that has not really placed us in the right metrics of who is a giant. Because in Africa today, we are number 4 economy in GDP, not PPP, but GDP, nominal GDP, we are number 4. We've been beaten by everybody. And we are going to, I was reading a report, and they said Nigeria have to fight heavily to come out of that position. Otherwise, we're going to remain there for the next 10, 15 years. It's very sad. So I think for me, the major issue is to properly place ourselves, strategically on the continent and in global affairs. So far, we are not really at any of those places. And you need, someone to nudge you. I think our competition is more internal than external. We are fighting more internally than watching what we can do. I had opportunity of being in International Oil and Gas Conference a month ago in Luanda. I think this is July, yeah. So yeah, I was in Luanda for the international conference, and in the 2-day conference, almost everybody was in that conference. And I noticed that what the Angolan people are trying to do, they have a mind to beat Nigeria. They want to beat Nigeria in every segment of the oil and gas. And so they are working. When you listen, they are telling you, we want to be at the top. We want to lead the continent. We want to be the new investment place. So they are rejigging a lot of things. And the minister was openly saying, say, guys, listen, whatever we are doing that is not right, tell us. We will listen to you and adjust it. Because the most important thing is that we want you guys to come in. Angola is also doing bidding. We want you guys to come in and stay in our jurisdiction. I think that is what Nigeria is lacking. Nigeria is not comparing itself with our neighbors and with the globe. We should be playing at the same level with certain economy and certain industry, but we are playing at local government levels in almost everything, at individual levels in almost everything. But there is still hope. Honestly, there is hope. And that is why platforms like these are inviting people to share this vision that we can actually benchmark Nigeria to play at very high level with India. I mean, if you look at the way the global trajectory of Nigeria wasn't really that bad until it went down. So there is hope that if what we are doing, we're only contributing. What we are doing is to see if we can change the paradigm of comparing ourselves with, little things rather than comparing ourselves with, you can imagine, I mean, some of us probably know that Elon Musk was muzzling with Russia. And I said, this guy, you're crazy. But he wasn't crazy. He was trying to say, look, Russia, I can jam your system for you. How can one man want to talk about Russia, a superpower? He wants to jam their system. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but that is where he wants to play. Nigeria must find a platform to play. We cannot be playing at our local political platforms, regional platforms, village platforms. That can't work. We have to play at bigger platforms where people will have to kick us, box us to get our brain right. So I think that's just what I want to say. And then, thank you so much, Emma.